So 17 days carnivore now. 17 days in, yeah, things are changing. I've lost some weight. Some of the food I've been eating is a little bit different, but we're managing it. When I say carnivore, I am carnivore slash keto, mainly trying to stay in ketosis at this stage of the journey, which I'm sure I'll move forward. My name's Lee, I'm 5'7", and I started this journey at 313 pounds, which is 22 stone, 4 pounds, 56 years old. Now this weight has come on me over the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years maybe, of just doing repetitively the same thing, drinking too much of an evening, and then following on just by eating relatively reasonable, but ultimately I think the massive amounts of sugar in the drink has resulted in me being where I am today. So I've started this ketovore carnivore journey as a January 1st thing, and I'm going to record a video every week. If you'd like to join me on that, please follow it. It's Carnivore Lee, for want of a better name. I'm no video expert, I'm certainly no personality. I'm just, when I was looking on the videos and searching the internet over the last 5, 6 years maybe, I found plenty of people, mainly from the United States of America, who had successfully done carnivore, and some amazing stories out there. But I couldn't find many people from the UK on the journey. It would have sort of like inspired me or given me some help. So I've decided to create videos, one, in order to keep my feet firmly to the fire, and to put some pressure on me to maintain this, because trust me, I've started it a million times and failed. So this makes me feel like I've got a responsibility, and that I've burnt my bridges, I've exposed myself. Literally, if you look at my photo on my channel, it's warts and all, it's brutally honest, I'm not holding anything back. It's a journey that I'm on, and we'll see how long it takes to get to a more recommended or healthy weight and scenario, for lifestyle. But it's a two-pronged attack for me. It's not just the food and the diet. I'm dry from sort of like January the 3rd onwards, and I've not had an alcoholic drink, and I've been drinking every day, mainly in the evenings. Don't get me wrong, I've never missed a day at work through it. I've missed social events, but probably for the last 20 years, if not more. I can't remember a time when I haven't. So there's a two-pronged attack, so we'll get there. So this week, generally been a meat-based diet. So I've had a couple of steaks, and I've not been very hungry at all this week. One of the first foods I made it last weekend, was just mincemeat cooked in a pan. Now again, I'm not strict on the carnivore side, so I had a little bit of mincemeat and I cooked it all up with some onion, and I then broke, I think it was about 5 eggs, just in a little, what looked like a little bread loaf sort of tin. 5 eggs, whisked it up, put the meat into the container, mixed in some Parmesan cheese with my eggs, only a little bit. Put that on top, put that all together, grated some cheese on top, cooked it in the oven, and it came out. I mean, I did see a similar sort of recipe online. I'm not saying I've invented this, because I haven't. And it came out a little bit like a quiche, so I called it carnivore quiche. And my wife, who's not doing this diet, she absolutely loved it. So it was a nice treat. For me though, I did get worried, because my sleep pattern, obviously I'm only 14 days alcohol free, so I'm still struggling to get to sleep at night, because when you drink a lot, your body's constantly trying to fall unconscious, and then your brain starts making other chemicals to keep you awake, to get that balance there. So my body, or my brain, is still making these chemicals to keep me awake, but fortunately I'm not filling myself with stuff that's trying to make me go unconscious, render me asleep. So that balance is taking time. It will take time. It's not been a 2-week period to get into that mess. It's been a long time coming. So that's my difficulties. So sleep's not great. I am starting to sleep. Once I do go to sleep, I am starting to wake up in the morning. It's around about 6:30, where normally when I was drinking as well, you know, to be 2 o'clock, you'd fall asleep at 11:30, 12 o'clock, literally instantly, and you'd wake up at 2 o'clock thinking it was morning. Now I'm waking up at like 6:30 thinking, oh, I bet it's only 2 o'clock, and it's actually been a full night. So I am starting to sleep better. Now some days I do feel like I've got a little bit more energy, so maybe this is all paying off, but you know, there's a long way to go from my point of view. A lot of damage done in terms of the way that I've not abused my body, not purposely, but that is ultimately the result. So after making that meat-based thing, that's been in the fridge, and it literally has lasted. I've had a couple of portions of that throughout the week. Like I say, one night it was steak and eggs, so I had 1 ribeye and probably 3 eggs, which was fantastic. Didn't need any food I'm only eating 1 meal a day as a rule. Now, I'm a big snacker because I used to be a big drinker, and I used to always have snacks and drinks. So I have been indulging on a few peanuts, pork scratchings, and as somebody who grew up in a pub, all pub snacks to me were great. And some diet drinks and water as a main. So from that point of view, eventually I will need to knock them on the head, but because I am so overweight, I'm still losing at a good rate. So in terms of weight loss, so it's 17 days on the actual carnivore keto diet, not strict by any chance, any imagination. I'm now currently weighing in at 20 stone 12 pounds. I started the journey at 22 stone 4 pounds, although I think I was reading the scales wrong, because I was reading it as 10 in between, so when it got halfway I was calling that 0.5, 0.4, but I think it was actually 22 stone 6 pounds. Hey, what's a couple of pounds when you're my size? It's neither here nor there, but it's going in the right direction. I do feel a little bit better. I have actually had to tighten my belt up 1 notch, which is impressive because I was at the end of it and then didn't really want to have to go out and buy a new one. But it's going to be a long way, and I'm looking forward to see how it goes. If anybody else has started this journey or in a similar position, it'd be great to hear from you. Yeah, there's improvements. I've got a little bit more energy, do feel a little bit more positive about things. My wife says that I am a lot more positive, seems like a different person. I don't notice it myself, but then that's probably the alcohol, breaking free from that. But it's going to be a long journey, and I'm looking forward to it. And if anybody else is in my position, reach out. Let's do this together. You know, it'd be interesting to get your journey, your experience, how it's going for you. And but if you can do that, then as everybody seems to say on this, please like this video and follow the channel and get the updates and see how we get on in another week. I'm not going to make videos like, you know, thousands. I'm still very uncomfortable talking into my phone. It does seem a little bit strange for me, and I feel like I'm just waffling on rubbish. This is not planned, no script. I'm just doing it off the cuff, trying to think of stuff to tell you that I've been up to. But yeah, I'm going to make another video probably in another week, maybe, and maybe put a couple of shorts on, because some of them shorts, oh my lord, can't believe that's me talking. But yeah, please follow me at Carnivore Leaf. Want of a better name. I know it's a bit cheesy, but it is what it is. Thank you if you've watched this video all the way through. Really appreciate it. Any support, any comments, very welcome. Cheers.